Hello, everybody. Looks like my internet's a little bit sketchy tonight, so I hope it's not too messed up on your end. My wife's out there, my son, they're watching some Mr. Beast videos. My son's introducing her to Mr. Beast. Oh, man. Hope everyone had a great weekend. We just got home. I had a nice pitcher of sangria this evening, so a little bit of got a little bit going. Oh, geez. Trenton can't hang out tonight. The cook is sick again. Glenn can fill you in. Cheers, brother. All right, Trenton. Hope she's doing better. Come get me, aliens. Chilling like a villain. That's right. That is right. That is the situation that we are in. And when the HEX price starts to go up again, we're all going to be very, very happy campers. Hi, Simon. That picture. I watched the series on Netflix. That was genius. Chilling like a Valancourt. Nice, Chico. See you soon. You'll be here on the 5th, I believe. I think that's what you're coming. Hey, Randy, reporting for class. We be chilling. Hey, I turned the AC off. It's still going. Oh, goodness. Hello, TexHex. Hex ready for takeoff. Yeah, it's looking that way. Well, it's getting better, that's for sure. The chart is improving, and the community put their knives away. We all sheathed our knives. It just feels much better, right? Just finished another market cycle stake today. Beautiful, Corey. Beautiful. I think I talked to you this week, Corey. For those of you guys who sign up for the Patreon, we get to have a talk, and I've been enjoying it, man. The talks are amazing. You guys, you don't just learn from me. I learn from you guys. So you guys give me ideas, and the stories that you guys tell me are just off the chain. Man, some of you guys have been through some shit in crypto and in life for that matter. But I'm really enjoying doing these talks. So anybody who signs up for the Patreon, I'm doing a 1 hour or a 30-minute call with you guys, and I'm absolutely loving it. So I appreciate everybody who's participating. Let me get rid of this. No, it's not what I want to do. Bye-bye. All right. So let's see. Pitcher sangria. Nice. Yes, Ryan. Yes. I like my sangria. Good evening, Bugs. Karen B. Ted. Hey, Randy. Hey, everyone. Still DCing. That's right, sir. Hey, my mom. She misses me. I miss you too, Mom. I miss you too. Hi from Mexico. Karen. Read your blog on Congrejo. Thoughts on Costa del Este. Excuse me. I read your blog on El Congrejo. Thoughts on Costa del Este relative to rent, utilities, vibe, safety, etc. So if you go to Costa del Este, that's out by the airport, and that's a much newer planned neighborhood. All right. So it started being built probably about 15 years ago. Many towers. It's not as cosmopolitan as my neighborhood. You know, more bohemian here, more tattoo parlors and bars, and it's just more what I like. You know, out there, we have friends that live there, but to us it's a little bit too uppity, right? And most of the folks that live out there are not Panamanian. Most of them are Venezuelans and Colombians who come from wealth and those kind of things. So it's definitely an more expensive neighborhood, that's for sure. So you're going to probably pay 2 to 3 times more money to live out there than you do in my neighborhood. Because our friends, they just bought their house, about a 300 square meter condo, which is pretty big. Theirs was like 750 right on the golf course. So that neighborhood's beautiful and very safe. It was quite a safe place to live. Our neighborhood, you're going to have to pay attention because, you know, the metro's right here. So we got 2 entrances to the subway. So anybody can just come visit this neighborhood anytime they want. They can't do that in Costa del Este. I would like to live in Costa del Este, but my wife wants nothing to do with it because she wants to be able to walk downstairs, go to the salon, go to the 10 coffee shops we have within a 10-minute walk of here. So that's the lifestyle we prefer. So if you guys haven't read the newsletter, check it out. It was I was talking about the cost of living here, and our rent is $9.50. Electric bills are like $30 to $40. There is no gas bill because it's part of the HOA, which is covered in the rent. And so you could imagine how cheap our bills are here. Easily live here for less than $2,000 a month. Hyperchain. Never heard of Hyperchain, Ken. Hexakin in Mexican. Karen B. What's up? How's Hexaco going? Hexaco's going great. Chart's looking good too. Randy, great class with Jaronism Friday night. Thank you, Ramon. On Friday night, I joined Jaronism on his talk show, and he's got about 200 people that he regularly talks crypto with, and it was just a good old time. It was nice talking to people about my history in crypto and how I see it going in the future, those kind of things. It was just a really nice talk. Hey, thanks, Randy. You're the best. Hope to connect with you in the near future. Hex Day 407 for sure. What app does DRH? What app is that you guys are talking about? All right, let's see. So what I want to talk about tonight is the situation that Hexicans are in. Most of us have been around for a long time. We've been standing by. We've been watching this market do its normal bear market thing. Hex was no different. Hex dropped the 95% like a typical altcoin would do. Bitcoin's done its 85% drop. Ethereum's right there, a little bit more than 85%. So I think we're really in a good position right now. I had I had a talk tonight with my friend that's a very large holder of Ethereum tonight. We were at the restaurant, and he was telling me that he thinks the bear market's done. And you know what he said? What the reason why he thinks it's done? He thinks because of the interest rate hikes are coming to an end, just like I said on Thursday night. So prior to that happening, I was still bearish, but now I can't help but be a little bit more bullish. I'm not 100% bullish, but when I saw that news come out, that totally changed my perspective. And excuse me, when you look at indicators, whether it be the ORX indicator or any other indicator, the indicators don't know anything about what the government is doing. All the indicators do is they take the data from the past and they use it to show you what possibly could happen in the future. That's all these data sets have. So he made a good point. He was saying that the reason why everything's odd this cycle is because the bull cycle was really odd. Remember, we had a double top, and that was the first time that's ever happened in crypto history. So we didn't have that blow off top like we had in 2017, where Bitcoin went from 3,500 to 20,000 in less than 6 weeks or 8 weeks or something like that. This time it was the first time 69,000, then we went to 69,500, and then whatever the numbers were, I don't know the exact numbers, and then it came back down. So very different the way it looked compared to past cycles. And this time is also going to be different because we were in a hyperinflationary period, not hyperinflationary, but it felt like hyperinflation when we were hitting 12, 13% inflation. Now we're going into more of a stagflation era for the government and for the US dollar. So, and even the ECB and the euro and the pound, all these fiat currencies are going to go into the stagflation period. The last time that it happened was in the late 70s. And during that time, what performed really well? Gold and silver. Gold and silver did outstanding during that time, right? when we went off the gold standard, I believe gold was $25 an ounce. And by the end, I'm not quite sure what it was, but it was multiple X's in the hundreds of dollars, like $600 or something. Let me actually look it up. There we go. There's finally the AC went off. Gold peak in the 70s. Which is interesting to know. Okay, in 1971, gold was at $35 an ounce, and it touched 850. Okay, so 1971, 35. By the end of that decade, gold touched $850 an ounce. That's a 2,300% gain in the 70s. All right. Well, we're going to a same kind of period as far as money is concerned. So assets like gold, silver, Bitcoin, things like that are probably going to perform really good over the next couple of years. It's a different reason than why Bitcoin's performed so well since, say, 2008. Bitcoin came out in 2009, so different than 2011 on going forward. During that time, it was just inflation. Well, it's not just inflation now, right? The rates are coming back down. They're trying to get the interest under control, but lots of other issues are having. You're going to start seeing unemployment continue to rise. Even though they're going to slow down the interest rate rise, they're not going to get rid of the interest rate. They're not going to lower it. It's going to stay put probably for the next 6 months, 8 months, maybe even a year. I suspect by the end of the year, they're going to start doing some easing again, where they'll start lowering the rates, but that remains to be seen. Depends on what happens with the economy. It might take them a year and a half before they start doing that. Thank you, Daniel. I stayed up late last night writing that one. Hello, Funkmaster Hex. Hey, Randy, how's it going? Just curious, did you sack for Power City? No, I did not. Excuse me. Jeremy, I did sack for Watt token, which was their first sacrifice, and that was probably over a year ago. They have 2 tokens, and they now have Power City, and I haven't done that one yet, but it will behoove me to do some. If you can scratch together $1,000, it might be worthwhile. MJ Money 777. So you're saying you have a thing for Mexicans? Hey, Soldier Pete, good day, sir. I hope you're working hard and not causing any accidents or anything. If you think the U.S. has stagflation, just look at Japan. Yeah, Japan's in trouble. Very low birth rate, aging population, inflation going mad crazy, and they're not doing anything about it. They're not even trying to cut their inflation rate. Man, yeah, Japan's in trouble. So those folks, if you guys know people in Japan, like Cultivate Crypto or some other folks, that would be a good market to get into crypto because they're not going to have many options. Hey, Randy, did you see the silver hold in oil is at 0 on the U.S. debt clock? No, I did not see that, X-Force One. Did you see the silver hold in oil is at 0? I don't even know what that means. I haven't looked at the U.S. debt clock, but interesting. Chiefs going to Super Bowl. Oh God, another 2 to 3 weeks of listening to these people gloat. My team's already out. I'm a Bills fan, and they lost. So that's all. I only watched during the playoffs. X-Force One gold. Yeah, that's what you meant. Okay. Ted Summer, there are lots of Hexicans here. Yeah, this is definitely I'm definitely a Hexican channel, but we talk about anything. Unlike the other maxis in our community, I'll talk about anything. Look at our talk the other night with Dollar Cost Crypto. We were talking about Avalanche. We were talking about Phantom blockchain. We were talking about NFTs. We are all over the place. So I've got no problem about discussing other blockchains and things. Thanks for the Panama info here in Minnesota now. Appreciate your wisdom. You're welcome. You're welcome. Clint Drones, you changed to a Texas flag there. You got your Texan tokens. What strategies would you take to reach all the ERC20 communities, and how would you approach it and effective? Wakanda, just first of all, we all have a massive weapon right here. It's our cell phones. And I think that the best way to reach out right now is through Twitter and TikTok. YouTube's great. I think live streaming is probably the best way. It seems that YouTube is pushing live streaming, and YouTube is also pushing shorts. So YouTube shorts. So if you're spending the time to make a video on TikTok right now, also take that video and share it on YouTube minus the TikTok watermark. Okay, and you could do that. It's pretty easy to do. If you make videos, you can use video.ai. That's the one that I use, vidyo.ai, and you can take your videos like what I'm doing right now, and I can make this into a short using video.ai, and it won't have the watermarks or anything, and it'll also have the the text for the talk, and you upload it. You can actually put a logo on there or whatever you want, and it gives you many different versions, and you could do different aspect ratios. One's for TikTok, one's for YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter, whatever you want, and then you upload those videos to those different places, and just use some basic SEO tactics and hashtags, and hopefully people will find them. Now, I would recommend you guys go and learn how to do TikTok or short form videos, because there's definitely an art to it, right? Keeping it short, making it engaging, and hopefully it'll grow. I mean, I had one video that got 285,000 views, and I was talking about Panama. I was not talking about crypto, but it brought lots of new follows to my channel on TikTok. So it's just a great way of doing things. Maybe you don't have to talk about crypto all the time. Mix it in. Some people mix like the news, the world news. They talk about how they feel about the economy and things like that. And then there's the people that talk about the conspiracy theories, and those channels seem to blow up really good on TikTok. And they'll also blow up on YouTube Shorts. So check into it, kind of. Guys. Yes, you can still sacrifice your Power City. That one's still available. 7777. You get a bonus if you're a sacker for pulseX, internet money, liquid loans. Nice, man. See, now you guys are you're motivating me more to go look in the couch cushions, underneath the cushions for some pennies. Hey, Shane. Afternoon from Sydney, Australia. What time is it with you? For me, it's 10:18 p.m. I'm East Coast time right now until the Americans go crazy and change the clocks again. Mr. Rock Jockey, hand pink waving. Yes, newsletter. Oh, God. Power City creating a version of liquid loans for pulseX is a game changer. Yes, it is. Man, you guys. PulseChain, baby. We know what's coming. We know. You're not going to have to sell your PulseChain. You're not going to have to sell your pulseX. You're not going to have to sell your PX. There's just no reason. I think, right? We have that for PulseChain and pulseX right now. Someone's going to fork Liquidity again and do it for PHEX or something. It just makes sense. Why not? Let's add another reason to hold our PulseChain or pulseX and not have to sell it. That's just freaking genius. So somebody take that idea and go and do it. I'm not going to do it, but somebody out there can. Just make sure you give me credit. Hey, DCC. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? Thank you for coming on the other night. And I got to get me some ETH lizards and some red pill lions and magic cats. I still have the notes right here. What do you think about the Polkadot ecosystem parachuting stuff? Well, I saw so many people get burned. I think Polkadot will do fine just because of the founder. But man, a lot of people got burned during the whole Paraswap, not whatever it was that they had, where you had to like get in early and get on a list, and you throw your money at it. The coins were pumping like crazy for the first 24 hours, and they just rug pulled. Oh man, it was a mess. I had some friends lose a lot of money. Did you see the weird media coverage of a hooded figure wearing sunglasses who spoke to no one? No camera, got any sort of clear shot of his face at all? So, yes, purporting to be D. Hamlin during the Bills Cincinnati game. Yes, I did, Bensmain. Yes, I did. And as a former nurse, I find it really bizarre that some guy who just supposedly had a heart attack and was struggling to survive in the hospital, all of a sudden he's up and walking and then doing his Illuminati symbolism at a Cincinnati game with the Bills. Bizarre. Wouldn't show his face. I have a doubt that it was him. Randy, it was great hearing you on the journalism crypto class. Thank you, Ted Summer. Thank you. I almost didn't make it. It was my fault. I had sent him my email to put into Google Calendar, and I don't know why it never showed up, or he didn't do it or something. I just happened to sit down at my computer, and he had just messaged me on Telegram, like, "Hey, Randy, are you around? Are you going to show up?" I'm like, "Oh, crap." So, and the show had already been going on for like 45 minutes. So I rushed to get everything going to be able to attend. Oops. Yeah. Thanks, Karen. It was good. We had a good time. Most countries solve low population with pro-immigration, but Japan, just leans towards xenophobism. It will be interesting to see how they solve this problem. Let's take a sip to that. Yeah, they don't like immigration. They sure don't. Hey, Ben. Guys, welcome Ben. He's joining our team for No Permissions, and Ben's going to be helping with the courses. He already has a course built that we're going to adopt and work around a little bit. And then probably the end of February, we'll do a full live course online, beginning of March. I'm just hoping that our other partner can get to Panama by then. If not, we'll just do it online. But if Christian Grace can get here, that'd be wonderful, because then the whole team will be around, and we'll put on a good event for our first course. I can't wait. We're definitely aiming at the older crowd, the less skilled in crypto crowd. I'm not worried about you young guys and girls who know how to work a computer, know how to do everything with their phones and all that. I'm looking at the folks who still would like to have a printed out document, like how-to guides and stuff like that they could print. That's going to be our bread and butters. Those folks, they need help, man. My mom, she knows what she's doing, but my mom's had me for, since she got into crypto in 2015. So I figure if I can do that with my mom, and I can do that with other people that I helped, I could definitely help others. And Ben's right up there. Ben's a really good online teacher, and he's got much experience teaching folks. So let's do it. Yes, I think that DeMar vid was, not AI. I don't think it was AI. I think it was just somebody impersonating him. Yeah, they're already going that way, right? They're definitely going that way. Hey, Ted and Karen, Randy is the man. Hey, Jonathan. Dollar cost crypto. Don't you need to be somewhere soon? I think he's supposed to be at his own show pretty soon, in like 30 minutes. What up? Welcome, guys. You guys all came from the show the other night. That's awesome. I am in HEX and sacrifice for Pulse. Yes, that is the way. Tin Top knows. Did you hear the Fiat team is coming out with a third free protocol token given to stakers, users of Fiat? Some good stuff. Grab, I saw that. I'm like, we were reminiscing tonight as we're sipping on our sangria. We're talking about all the airdrops we received over the years. And I told my buddy, I'm like, look, you ain't seen nothing yet. When PulseChain launches, we're probably going to get so many airdrops. We're literally going to need people that are devs to vet these. And I know we have the Pulse Police already, but we're going to need people to vet these projects to make sure that these airdrops are safe. And I'm going to be hopefully one of the people that does the vetting. And I mean, thanks to if you guys are using the Aurochs wallet, the Aurochs wallet is going to tell you whether the contract it can take your stuff or not, or a website can take your stuff. But it's always nice to have a group of devs to look at your contracts and make sure they're safe, because we don't want anybody getting rugged. That would be a shame, or getting their wallets drained. So when PulseChain launches, there's going to be airdrop after airdrop after airdrop after airdrop. I cannot wait. Manna from heaven. Oh, goodness. Yes, Ben. Yes, I'm pumped too. Blackaroni, what's up? Let's go pulseX. Yes, Pac-Man. I'm excited for pulseX. I know. When it launches, when PulseChain launches, pulseX is probably going to get ignored. Excuse me. At least the token's going to get ignored for a few days. But once people get excited about it, it's off to the races, and this thing is going to fly. Of all the tokens, whether it's Pulse, pulseX, or HEX, PHEX, or if you're looking out over the next bull cycle, which one is going to perform the best? My money is on pulseX. It'll probably hit a low. It'll probably, I don't think PulseChain will go as low as pulseX will. The sacrifice rate was like 0.0001. Maybe PulseChain or pulseX goes below that. I don't think PulseChain will, but I think pulseX might. So it'll have a lower starting price. So the multiple of X's that we could get from the bottom might be quite a bit higher for pulseX than it will be for PulseChain, especially for like a lot of people. Because if PulseChain starts and it goes up right away and it doesn't take a dip down below where the initial sack rate was, then it's probably just likely going to keep doing the thing up and to the right. Whereas pulseX might take that dip down and then slowly start to catch momentum into the next bull run. And when it does, it's just going to wham, just like that rocket back there, taking off. I can't wait. Great idea on having liquidity for HEX. Less sellers, less stakers. Definitely less seller. We'll still have the same amount of stakers. I'm hoping, right? We're only like 9 or 10% of all HEX is staked. So what it would do is it would give us more HEX taken off the market. Anything that takes more HEX off the market is good in my opinion. What do you think about Steve Kirsch? He's getting famous fast. Don't know that name. How I made. Don't recognize it. Sorry. PulseX to 1000x by 2024 end. Pac-Man. That's fair. Face green smiling. Yes. I'm all about that. Can we have 1000x? Randy will be very happy. Can we use ChatGPT to vet all the new projects? I don't know if it can. I haven't seen anybody using it for blockchain yet. I'm sure you can. It doesn't make sense why we couldn't. Check it, see if it works, or ask one of the devs to do it, because they'll be able to recognize. I think our friend from Maximus DAO, I bet you he's already done it. He's probably looked into it. Journalism would be a great writer for your newsletter. Oh yeah, I didn't know he was a writer. So few writers today, guys. Serious. It's like a dying art, and it's going to die fast. And now with the AI coming, you could just use AI copywriter, and the AI writes amazing. You don't need to, be that great of a writer anymore. How long do bull cycles usually last? 18 months. I would say 18 months. But I don't really include the part that we're going to go through over the next year. The part we're going to go through over the next year is the accumulation phase. And I don't consider the bull market until after the Bitcoin halving. And usually after the Bitcoin halving is 12 to 18 months is when you have that major bull run. Excuse me. How long has it been since SAC? July of 2021. Yeah. 18 months. Hey, Marion, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, man. Can you post the video edit site you mentioned? Sure. And don't worry about an affiliate link or anything. They don't have one. AI. Maybe verify that. Shit. Sorry, I should have verified it first before I typed it in. Yeah. Video.ai. That's them. Yeah, I'm actually on the website. I did a review for them. They asked me if I would do a review, and they actually put me right at the bottom of the website. Many airdrop after PLSS launch also means a lot of dusting and mimic tokens. Yeah. Yes. But if you guys are using the Aurochs wallet, it puts all those dust coins in the ship bin. And the only way those go out of the ship bin is if you take them and you put them into your wallet. You can say, okay, this one's a safe. This one's a safe. Like, you know how when you're in your email and you have your spam folder? Well, you're going to have like a spam folder in your Aurochs wallet as well. It's already there. And you just go in, you just add the token. It'll say, this token does not look safe. Are you sure you want to add this token? Well, if you verified the contract address and all those kind of things, yeah, go ahead and add that. Go ahead and add the coin to your wallet. Yes, they have. I heard Dr. Hex. Quite happy about that. Wonder how much more SAC money they're going to get now. Smash the likes, please, Ted. Appreciate that. Hey, Christopher. You can't use ChatGPT or an audit to vet a founder's intentions. That is true. You could vet the code, but you can't vet the intentions. You can see if the code is crap. That's about all you can do, I guess. My understanding that ChatGPT hasn't been given access to the internet post to 2019. Not sure how effective it will be vetting new projects. Yep, that's true. I did see that today. There you go. Video.ai. Now, like my image that I have there, I made that with Lensa, Lensa. You can download that on your phone. I think I paid $3. You have to upload 10 images of yourself, and it'll make you like 100 images. And out of those 100, maybe 4 or 5 will be nice. My son's images that I did for him, he got like 30 that were awesome. But me, not so much. I don't think Lensa liked me too much. You're welcome, Liberty Guy. Power City forked liquidity for using pulseX and created a new stable when PulseChain launches. Very similar to liquid loans. Yes, sir. THAs for that. Okay, what kind of? Will you try to swing your pulseX coins at the first day open pump, then try buying back at the first week's off? No, I'm not messing with my pulseX. The reason why is I think I don't think they're going to pump very fast, but they could sell off fast. So I don't know. It's like too risky with my pulseX. My PulseChain, I don't think are going to be too risky. My PulseChain, I think they're going to pump like crazy. When I say my PulseChain, I mean everyone's PulseChain. I think it's going to pump like crazy in the first 24 to 48 hours. That's going to be your chance to do a ratio trade to pick up some more pulseX or PHEX. I think that's going to be the one big opportunity. Thing is, I don't have much PulseChain. I did SAC for it, but I just didn't SAC enough because I thought it was supposed to launch right away, and I thought I was going to do the typical, coin goes up when it launches, then it dips down below the rate that for the ICO / SAC rate, whatever you want to call it, and then I will buy it back. But because now we're a year and a half later, it looks like we're not, instead of leaving a bear market, we're going into a bear or bull market. Instead of leaving a bull market, we're going into a bull market. So it will behoove you to be careful with your trades. The one trade I see that could be possible, and I might even do it, is if PulseChain does like a 20 or 30x, and then PHEX is super, super cheap, say 1/10 of a penny or 2/10 of a penny. That is a deal I cannot pass up. I'll have to jump all over that. I'll find a way to jump all over that, whether it's through bringing in stables, once the bridge happens, those type of things. So that's the one I'm excited for. I want to see what PHEX is going to do. I already have my PulseChain. I already have my pulseX. Let's see what PHEX is going to do. Yes, please. Thank you, Denu. When BTC Shemitah, well, we already passed it. You got to wait another 6 years now. Do you think HEX is going to go even lower? It could, Money Melody. It sure could. If there's any delays in PulseChain, it sure could. Because I think what's happening is that like D01. D01 just got impatient. He didn't want to wait anymore for PulseChain. He's like, you know what? I'm just selling all my tokens. Yeah, he's kind of a jackass for doing the way he did it, but hopefully we get PulseChain pretty soon. I would like him or her to regret their decision to sell 150 million HEX or whatever they sold, and look back and say, oh my God, I made a huge mistake. Please, please, please. Yes, go with the cycles. I don't get why everyone is pulseX crazy. I like Pulse. L1 seemed to be the best price appreciation. Am I wrong? It's the token economics, Chico. So PulseChain is not deflationary any longer. It is now just like Ethereum. So all validators can get paid a little bit of Ethereum for being a validator. And that's great. I'm sorry, all validators get paid a little bit of PulseChain for being a validator. So that behooves me, or just makes more sense for me to go out and get my PulseChain. But over time, because of the token economics of pulseX, the buy and burn functions, the fact that it's deflationary, there'll never be any more pulseX than they will be on the first day. Every time someone does a transaction, burn, burn, burn. As PulseChain grows, there'll be more pulseX burned every day. That causes less and less tokens, supply and demand. Supply is going down. Hopefully demand continues to rise, and that causes the price to go up. So I'm just looking at the basic economics of it. That's why I'm so excited about pulseX. But I don't believe it's going to go crazy right away. I think it's going to take 6 months or so before it really starts gaining momentum and people start hearing about it, about the yield farming you're going to be able to do, about these other things that you're going to be able to do with pulseX. And now Power City is making it so that we don't have to sell our pulseX anymore. It's wonderful. I could take a loan out of my pulseX and pay it back with more expensive pulseX in the future. Brilliant. Would you go into PLS with fresh capital when it comes out if you don't have any? Only if the price dipped. If it comes out and then it dips, then I would do that. But the one I want to grab a hold of is PHEX. I want to recoup all the T shares that I lost since I got my peak. My peak was in probably August, or maybe not August, about June 2021 was my peak of HEX, when I had most amount of T shares I ever had. I would like to get back to that point, and it won't take much for me to do that. So my goal is to gather up as much PHEX as I can. And if, like I said, if we're at under a penny for any reason, Randy's going all jambalaya. Going in for that PHEX. No worries. Remember, never buy first day. Always wait. That first week lows usually happens in 48 to 65 hours. That's what I'm talking about. Pac-Man, that's what I've experienced every time I've done a launch. I launched over 40 tokens. Same thing. It was like a cycle. You go up like this, then you go down like this. Well, PulseChain, is it going to defy the odds? So far, I'm 40 and nothing. Will PulseChain be any different? I don't know. Traders will be traders. So there's a lot of people that bought PulseChain in order to trade on the first day. Trust me. They can't help themselves. And there's a lot of people that bought pulseX so that they can participate in the trading on the first day. They'll sell their pulseX to get PulseChain. And then there's the people who are buying up HEX so they can get the copy, so they could sell PHEX in order to get PulseChain so they could trade on the first day. So there's going to be a lot of moving around. Nothing like this has ever happened before. This is brand new to crypto. When we look at ETH PoW, when ETH PoW launched, look at the chart. Why don't I look at the chart? How about that? Let me pull it up. Go to Dex Screener. Because this will be an interesting comparison, because ETH PoW would essentially be PulseChain, right? Even though I know it's a different kind of blockchain. We know this. Which one's ETH PoW? I think this is ETH Fair. No, it's ETH W. Perfect. All right. Let's go to week. There we go. All right, let's go to day instead. All right, now I'll share it. Is it the right one? No. I think I need to add. Yeah, I need to add that one too. Stop that one, share the other one. Where is it? There it is. The problem is that I don't need to show you guys everything else I have on my screen, up on my screen here. It's my fault. I got so many windows open. Dun, dun, dun. And there it goes. All right. So if you see ETH PoW, when it launched, this was 18 September, so 21 September, and so okay, so it didn't peak that much the first day. It started out at 550 and it went to 590 or 615. All right, then it dipped below the launch price. So started at 539 or so, and it dipped down to 505, which isn't very big. That's only a 5% dip, but then whack, it went crazy. We hit a peak of almost $12. So it did from the bottom. We'll just do from the bottom here to top. You would have made about 250%. So that was a pretty good. So that was from 18 September to 29 September. So 11 days in, it went crazy. All right. So let's just pretend PulseChain does something similar. All right. And then real life hit. Nobody cares about ETH proof of work. I don't think PulseChain is going to be like this at all, but this is the truth of ETH PoW. Nobody's really paying attention to it, but it is back at 387. And if you guys are looking for a bear market buy of something that could possibly go off in the bull market, then ETH PoW is a good choice. Maybe pick up. I think I have about 100 of them sitting in my wallet, just as a maybe, just in case it does something. All right, so let's turn that off. All right, let's go into the regular charts. Let's see what you guys got to say first. Ape, PHEX, and pulseX, yeah. I don't know now. Power City just changed everything. Power City, that means I could take a loan out. This is so big brain, man. It's so amazing. So I could take a loan out on my pulseX and go, not saying the whole amount, but maybe 10% or 20% of my pulseX. Go out and buy some PHEX with that loan, or go buy more pulseX. Do the strategy that JEXA came up with for liquid loans. You call it the haunted strategy. So you take a loan, you take that money, the stables, you go buy more PulseChain. Well, you can also now, you're going to be able to go buy more pulseX. Then you're going to be able to borrow against that, another percentage. So it's not going to be huge amounts. Every time you do it, smaller and smaller amounts. But my God, this is great. And then as the price of pulseX goes up, you want to do this at the lowest price you possibly can. Because as the price goes up, you're going to be able to pay off your loan with more expensive pulseX, meaning you get to keep your loan and not have to pay it all back. What if the price does 2x? Well, you get to pay back your your loan. It's practically free now. What if it does a 10x? Holy crap. You guys see how that works? So it works really good when you're going into a bull market, but you never want to take a loan out at the peak of the bull, because then the opposite works against you. Because when the price goes down, you get a chance of getting liquidated, and you don't want to be liquidated. That's not nice. Christopher, I have all my HEX there. I mean, they're fine. I got all my copies on ETH PoW, Ethereum Fair. They're just sitting there. They're fine. You don't have to mess with them. You could take your, what's it called? Hedron. Take your Hedron. You could stake those on icosa, because all the icosa stuff works on ETH PoW and ETH Fair. I haven't done it in a while, but I need to. When did you interview Token Rider from the Fair HEX project? I think it was last week, like a week ago. Yeah. I can't remember which show it was though. Maybe we sell at first big pump, then buy back at the first dip to gain more pulse. Good idea. Listen, guys, it's a big risk. It is a huge risk. But say, for example, it does do a 30x. What if you sell 20% of your tokens? And all of a sudden, you got all of your original investment money back. Not a bad idea. And it gives a chance for other people to get coins. Yeah, it was last week. Do you see the Fed doing a 25% increase this week? If so, do you also see them stating that they are freezing any future rate hikes following what Canada just did? It's a possibility, Ted, and I'm kind of hoping they do. What's more likely, because they've been saying that they were going to do a couple more increases, it's more likely that they'll do that this one, a rate increase, than March and April. I don't know when exactly the month is. They'll probably do one more quarter point raise, and then it'll just go limp. They won't do anything for a while. Maybe for 6 months, they won't make any. They just won't make any up or down. They'll just stay the same. Play the game of let's see what happens. I think that's what's going to happen. And then we'll get the pivot probably in the fall when they say, okay, market, the economy's in rough shape. We need to print. That's probably what's going to happen. Why do you guys compare LF also? What is LFG swap when Uni W was the most liquid swap on ETH PoW, and does a burn function on sales like pulseX? There are now on our. I don't know. I don't even know half the stuff you're saying there. I do recognize Unia, and you're saying pulseX. pulseX doesn't even exist yet. I see ETH PoW. Man, that's just a bunch of gibberish, bro. Sorry. It's too hard for me to understand what you're saying. Pulse Zen, the BNB Zen rewards coin stole the ticker pulseX. Thoughts? Fair? Really? Who's Pulse Zen, the BNB Zen rewards coin stole the ticker pulseX? Where they steal pulseX on BNB? No worries. There's not going to be a pulseX on BNB. The only problem is, yeah, maybe that would be a problem in the future if you do cross chains. But what it'll be wrapped anyways. So it'll look like B pulseX. Let's see. Yeah, no financial advice. Will Pulse Zen holders on Binance Smart Chain? What, Kizo? What are you saying? Will Pulse Zen on Binance Smart Chain get a free airdrop on PulseChain? No. The Zen on Ethereum will get a copy on PulseChain. That's how that works. Stop screen. Let me get my other chart up here. All right, here's the Aurochs charts. I know you guys have been so excited and waiting for this one. Gotta find, like I said, I got so many windows open. There it is. Okay. So, actually, I want this one. Bitcoin on the weekly. Look at the guys. We're still plugging away. It's still looks like it's going up. Look at this. It just keeps going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks straight. And the gap between the the moving averages, just keeps getting wider. I mean, everything here looks beautiful, and we're on the weekly. Holy crap, this is gorgeous. I mean, unless some bad news comes out, there's no real reason for me to think that we're going back down now. I mean, last week before the Canada news with the end of their interest rates, I was still bearish because I thought that there was still going to continue to be more tightening, but it looks like that one worry that I had is gone now. The charts look very good. I was talking to my buddy tonight, and we were discussing the typical battle that we see when a market is trying to decide whether it's going to be bearish or bullish, and we are not seeing the battle. And that's my big worry. Usually it'll be like red, green one week, then red next week, green, red, green, red, green, red, and that'll happen for a month or two, or maybe even a little bit longer, and it'll either go down for a bear market or up for a bull. Let's look at it. So you can see back here, you go red, then 3 weeks later it was a green, then 6 weeks later there was a red, and then that was the beginning. It got really bad there, started getting bloody. Then we had a nice little pump, and then it just started dumping. And we were right deep into the bear. And then every time you get a green, then it's just a little tiny pump. Well, that's not the case anymore, guys. I mean, we got it looking very bullish. All right. Then if you look at the daily, looks, we still got that red ORX indicator. Remember, I told you last week, I said, look, I think we got the indicator. We're probably going to go down. And then on Thursday, I think this was Thursday. Thursday was right here. That's when we got the news that Canada is not going to continue to raise interest rates, which probably signals that other countries are going to stop doing it as well. Everything looks good there. Ethereum, we're up 2.77% on the weekly. Look at this stair step. It goes down a little bit, then right back up. Everything is gorgeous. Look at this. Even the greed, that's starting to get a little bit high. I just don't understand how it could be so beautiful. It just seems odd to me. Look, we had a red ORX indicator on the daily for the last 10 days, and boom, now we got a green one for Ethereum. Just got a green one. Now, if this paints for tomorrow, then we probably have another leg up. Crazy sauce. All right, here's HEX on the monthly. You see how we had a battle on HEX? Green, red, down. Where is our battle over here? I was expecting a green, red, or a green, maybe a red here, then a green, red. It doesn't have to be perfectly like this one, but I was hoping to see something like that to show us that we're going to go back the other way, but we're not seeing it. We're just green for 3 months. And the MA has gone over the SMA, so that's positive. The demand index is about to head over zero. That's positive. And we have greed back. This is HEX, guys. HEX is looking wonderful. Look at this. Beautiful setup. Everything's looking gorgeous. I cannot be negative of anything on this chart right now. The green just crossed over the red 5 days ago. We got a green ORX indicator 6 days ago. We have the demand index. The demand index means there's a change in the sentiment. So we changed in sentiment on 4 January, and we've been staying with positive sentiment since 4 January. And you could see here, the greed is all over zero, except on the 19th and the 16th are the 2 last times it did it. I'm super happy. We could be near the end. I know my wife's going to be happy if it is, but let's not get overzealous. I'm not 100% trustworthy yet. Look at this. Even Hedron just went green yesterday, and it's painted. Demand index is over zero. Way to go, Hedron. You got your balls back. All right. Urus token, which you guys know that I love Urus. I'm on the team. Looks good. We got 3 weeks now of green ORX indicator. How on the daily? Did you guys watch their live stream this morning or this afternoon? It was amazing about the updates, how they're going public and all this kind of stuff. Look at this. Gorgeous. And then Avalanche, another one that looks gorgeous. $20.64. We're buying back here. Whew. And now, okay, so you 2x'd, right? So now you maybe take 20% of profits off, just in case it does fall back, and you can buy back some more at a cheaper rate. Oh goodness, I like to keep it simple, guys. It's not complicated with me. Is there any chance EHEX could be an option on pulseX single-sided staking? Yeah, of course. It could be an option, but I don't know who's going to provide the liquidity. That's the thing. That will be interesting. Hey, Randy, just caught you jumping on the snowblower. A couple of foot to move. Boop. Like y'all. Thank you, Dr. H. Oh, man. Snowblower. I never had a snowblower as a kid. It was just me and a shovel. Wednesday could be a pumper if they go 0.25 and then pause. But what can I know? Yeah, exactly. Maybe people are front running that. And what I said the other day was that it's possible that insiders know what the Fed's going to do, right? Look, if Pelosi can know 3 weeks before that there's going to be something's coming up against Google and she sells $3 million worth of stock, to me, that's insider trading. She's in the government. She knows what's going to happen. Well, what if there's insiders that know the Fed is only going to do 1.25% hike and then pause? What if insiders know they're only doing 2 more and then pause? That could be baked into the market. People know this. They were tipped. We're never tipped. The regular guys are never tipped, right? It's always the insiders. So the insiders started buying up, and maybe that's why this market is doing what it's doing. That's my speculation. I don't trust government at all. I don't trust politicians at all. They're shady bastards. They will go and they'll tell their buddies, and their buddies profit while the rest of us, we're a little bit late to the party. Unless you were DCAing all the way down. And if you're DCAing all the way down, you're a very happy camper right now. Will the world really follow Canada with interest rates? I think Canada is the tail of the U.S., not the dog. Well, I think so, because the U.S. has already said, they've already made announcements that beginning of the year they're going to raise, but then they're going to start thinking about slowing down. They've already said these things. So the fact that Canada just did it, maybe is a sign that the U.S. might go ahead and follow suit. I would highly recommend you do a stream with Access Live. He has done a great job explaining liquidity pools as they relate to price action. Will be an epic stream. Yeah, I got to get him on. Maybe I'll try this week. Him and Bob like to stream a little bit earlier. Bob's a little bit older, so I don't think he likes to be streaming at so late. But for him, I think he's in Chicago, so for him it'll be 9 p.m. I'll see if I can talk him into it. Appreciate that, Z. Well, guys, thank you everyone for coming out. I think I got some nice shorts for tomorrow I'll have to make. I appreciate all of you. If you want to, come into the Patreon, let me know. Get the Patreon going. Come on the Telegram. We have a blast in there, and I think it's going to get better. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, that's a good way of doing it. All right, thank you, everybody.